Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5.
Happening this afternoon, President Donald Trump announces the public should be avoiding gatherings of more than 10 people. Among new guidelines over the next 15 days, the president is suggesting people avoid discretionary travel and eating out at restaurants as part of combating an expected surge of coronavirus cases. This comes after cases in the U.S. have climbed to the level that Italy was seeing 2 weeks ago, indicating more infections and more impact to the economy is likely. Officials are recommending increasingly dramatic steps as Congress works to pass emergency coronavirus funding.
My administration is recommending that all Americans, including the young and healthy, work to engage in schooling from home when possible, avoid gathering in groups of more than 10 people, avoid discretionary travel, and avoid eating and drinking at bars, restaurants, and public food courts.
The FDA is in talks on clinical trials of an arthritis medication that showed promise treating critical coronavirus patients in China. Leaders in Fargo, West Fargo, and Cass County have all signed an emergency declaration to combat the spread of the COVID-19 virus. The declaration authorizes local, state, and federal agencies to take action to limit hardships from any upcoming emergencies. It also allows local governments to manage resources and money under unexpected conditions and will allow them to help people recover from a health crisis. Officials have already announced temporary school closures in Minnesota and North Dakota, and that's impacting more than 900,000 children, about 850,000 in Minnesota and 110,000 in North Dakota. Schools in North Dakota are shutting down for a week, if not longer. In Minnesota, the governor ordered closures starting Wednesday, but many districts, including Moorhead and Dilworth, Glendon, Felton, locked their doors right away this morning. That will last for 2 weeks through March 27th. 124 North Dakotans have now been tested for COVID-19, with just one positive case in the state. 22 people are currently being monitored for symptoms. In Minnesota, the number jumped from 35 to 54 confirmed cases. Fargo Public Schools also announced that it will be providing free meals to local children during this school closure. For more information on where to get those free meals, head on over to our VNL News app.
Everybody's very nervous and we don't really know what's going to happen.
Feelings of uncertainty for local business owners as the coronavirus continues to spread across the nation. They're doing all they can to keep businesses open as people take social distancing measures. Valley News Team's Courtney Lockie explains how you can support them from the comfort of your home.
This is Cindy O'Day. She's the woman behind O'Day Cache, running shop in downtown Fargo for nearly 2 decades. Selling antiques and accessories from all over the world, she's got her hands full. But she says the last few days have been a little quieter than usual.
People have slowed down coming downtown, or going shopping, or going to a restaurant.
She gets most of her items from China and India. O'Day Cache isn't the only local business feeling the pressure.
Everybody's very nervous and we don't really know what's going to happen.
Like mother, like daughter, Teresa O'Day has owned Proper Boutique next door for a decade. Her other location in Minneapolis is shutting down for a couple of weeks because of COVID-19.
We are just preparing. We know it's on the horizon. We are doing all we can to get things online so people can shop from home.
Both Cindy and Teresa want to help shoppers afraid of venturing out. They're pushing online sales with free shipping.
For them to be able to keep their employees, to keep their stores going, pay their rent.
O'Day Cache is even offering free same-day deliveries to the Fargo-Moorhead area.
It's been stressful, just not knowing what's coming not knowing what the right thing to do is.
Another tip, you can share their stuff on social media and buy gift cards.
Try to keep your local businesses still in business during this time. We'll go that extra mile.
In Fargo, Courtney Lockie, Valley News Live.
On top of all this, the O'Days say they are taking extra steps to make sure their shops are as clean as possible for those who do venture out. Quiet weather is just what we need right now. One less thing to worry about. Let's go to the First Alert Storm Team Center for more on tonight's forecast. Hutch?
Yeah, after a dash of snow here in the FM area, things have quieted down. We do have a few clouds blowing through. The winds have been brisk throughout our afternoon. Most areas seeing a clearing take place after the snow showers that passed through into the early morning hours left 3 inches or so in the Devil's Lake Basin, 0.2 of an inch to 0.3 of an inch in Fargo. Grand Forks picking up closer to 2 inches though. Northwest Minnesota seeing a couple inches scattered about. Temperatures are coolest in northwest Minnesota, 21 there. It's 10 degrees warmer in the FM area, but we do have gusty northwest winds that are the strongest from the James and Cheyenne River valleys right through the southern Red River Valley. Temperatures this evening will slip down to near 20 degrees as we head to bed tonight, and up north it will be a little cooler, even into the teens as we head into the overnight hours. Coming up here in just a minute, we'll look at that first day of spring forecast, but we're also closely monitoring a significant storm system moving out of the Central Plains. I'll have the latest on that in a minute.
All right, thanks, Saj. Fargo police are alerting the public to coronavirus-related scams that target the elderly. Some scammers claim to be from medical organizations that have a COVID-19 vaccination and require over-the-phone payments to reserve a dose. You should know, currently there is no vaccine for the virus. Police say don't click on any pop-ups or links from sources that you don't recognize that contain information about the COVID-19 virus. Also, police say to avoid charity scams that claim to help COVID-19 victims and their families, along with investment schemes involving research for the development of a vaccine. The West Fargo Police Department is letting the public know that they will not be offering fingerprinting or car seat checks until further notice. Officials say they're trying to keep their officers and the public safe amid the COVID-19 concerns. However, fingerprinting for medical personnel will still be available on a case-by-case basis. Fargo police are alerting the public to numerous car break-ins at local gyms in the area. According to the Facebook post from Fargo police, they received many calls about smash and grab type car break-ins at gyms in our area. All of the calls came in between 5:30 and 8 this morning. Police are advising you to remove valuables from your car or store them out of sight, such as in the trunk. They also recommend parking in well-lit areas. One man is in jail after police say footprints in the fresh snow led them to their suspect. Officers spotted a suspicious vehicle in the area of the Family Fare grocery store in North Fargo around 2 this morning. Before they could make contact, they say the driver got out and ran away. Police followed his tracks for 2 miles and arrested Ralph Liabo for possession of a stolen vehicle. They say his shoes matched the prints they had been following from the stolen car. The Secretary of Defense and Deputy Secretary of Defense are being isolated as a precaution due to coronavirus. At a Pentagon news conference this morning, a spokesperson said there are 37 reported cases of coronavirus, 18 military, 13 dependents, 3 civilian, and 3 contractors. Officials said they have had no positive tests in Afghanistan, and there's not a shortage of tests for military personnel in the Middle East.
Our doctors are unsurprisingly trained highly in traumatic injuries and dealing with traumatic injuries. And so we have a much younger population that we're dealing with treating in our hospitals. And so all of these kind of factor into what is that capability we have for a potential outbreak.
Effective today through May 11th, all the domestic travel for military personnel will be halted unless it meets one of a number of waiver criteria, including mission essential travel or humanitarian reasons. The SATs scheduled for May 2nd are canceled. The College Board made the announcement today. It's also canceling March 14th makeup exams scheduled for March 28th. Registered students will receive refunds. The College Board also says it will provide additional test dates as soon as feasible. The June 6th SAT is still on schedule for now. Chick-fil-A is making some adjustments in how it operates due to the coronavirus. The company announced it is closing its playgrounds, that all meals will be served in carry-out packaging, and drive-through customers will no longer have laminated printed menus. Also, individual restaurants may reduce operating hours or operate drive-through, curbside, or delivery-only options, or offer a limited menu. Researchers know time is of the essence, and the race is on to find a coronavirus cure. That's still ahead tonight.
And we have an equinox taking place tomorrow. That means the last full day of winter today. However, we have more winter-like weather to talk about, and we'll do just that as we track a storm through the Central Plains and up north next.